I'm happy when people quote Article 42 of the Constitution. Forgive me if I get it wrong in terms of quotation because I'm not a lawyer. But it is clear that if you're 18 years and you're a Ghanaian of sound mind, you qualify to vote, therefore we should register you. So I believe that anything that the Electoral Commission will do that will stop people from registering is a form of antithesis. They're going against our own rule. But we should also bear in mind that the law says if you are a Ghanaian, if you are 18 years, so how do we establish that? Do you just, are we saying anybody who presents himself that is a Ghanaian should be registered? Is 18 years, should be registered? Something, if you followed the 2020 election and previous ones, you know that all the confusion surrounding registration is about who a Ghanaian is and who is 18 years. The parties, especially the two big ones, will be accusing one another of having perpetuated the registration of minors and foreigners. So as Electoral Commission, we cannot sit there. That's why we are always adjusting our system. First, we were not using biometric. Now we are going biometric. We want to do anything that will remove the chaos that is associated with our registration. If you go to Article 51 of the Constitution, the Article 51 says that, and I want to quote, the Electoral Commission shall, by constitutional instrument, make regulations for the effective performance of its functions under this Constitution or any other law, and in particular public elections and referenda, including provision for voting by proxy. So the Constitution makes provision. The Constitution knows that even though they have stated the conditions under which you should register, you need to do certain things to establish the identity of the applicant. So you can't just stand up and say you are a Ghanaian, you are 18 registered. Now, if you take the 2020 registration, I wouldn't want to be quoting, I was mentioning the names of constituencies so that I'll be branded being anti or pro party. But in a particular constituency, when we started arresting some foreigners who had managed to register, 52 foreigners, 52 foreigners, foreign tourists submitted their ID cards to the Electoral Commission. Through that, they registered through the guarantee system, and they were misdirected or misinformed. So what we do to stop this? Anytime we compile register, we will spend a lot of days cleaning the register based on challenges and fight and the rest. So we said, okay, how do we improve? We put all these things before IPAC, not the Electoral Commission, before IPAC. And for the last election, we had 12 candidates. This time, only NDC did not attend. And it was interesting to know that even though they have not been attending, anytime we are holding a IPAC meeting, we send them an invitation. When we finish, we send them the minutes. So that at least they will be, even though they are outside IPAC, they will be abreast with what is going on. So we all deliberated, discussed all these things. Then we said that, okay, going forward, I think this is what happened. Something, I'll send it to you and let me read it for you for the benefit of our listeners. I received this from Dr. Abdul Ghani, Head Corporate Affairs NIA. Now, based on the figures we put across, we are saying that people who are qualified to register now is 19.9, if I got it right. Now, their statistics as at 3rd August. So look at the date, 3rd August. They have registered 17,138,609, and they have issued out 16,567,460. So if we look at these figures, then technically we are left with about 2.8 million to get their cards. And the NDA registration is continuous. So it's not that they have finished, it's not static, it's continuous. And we are also rolling out continuous registration. So it means that while we have 2 years to finish the registration for the 2024 election, they are also continuously registering Ghanaians. So if you put the figures down, we are talking of about 2.7. So are we saying that they cannot use 2 years to register 2.7? So we are of the view that to establish the identity of Ghanaians and their ages, so that our district offices will not become battlegrounds. Then let's go by the acceptable way that come with their voter ID card, So that when you come and no party is there, even your Ghana card is an evidence. And again, if you come with a Ghana card, it does not mean that you cannot be challenged. So it is possible that some people might have also acquired the Ghana card through fraudulent means. If anybody knows that, you can still challenge them. So we want to establish this so that we can have smooth legislation that is a continuous one. Again, initially, there was this argument that we were going to compile new voters register. I want to state it here emphatically that this is for only those who have not registered.